All right. I think we are live. Let's just check. Merry ho ho ho. Hello. Well, hello to you, West Cagle. Hi, and we're just gonna make sure that we are fully broadcasting on YouTube. I think we are. Yep. Yeah, we are engaged with YouTube. That is fantastic. Dear good God. Hi, Maddie Statty. Uh, hello and welcome to you. Holy shit! Let's fucking turn on the camera first of all. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hi. We're gonna do Die Hard trivia. So, first of all, let's get on the YouTubes and let's just share the stream and we'll make sure that we do that now. And oh yes, okay, there we go. So much Die Hard. Well, that is the stream name. Yes, thank you. And we're just gonna make sure that we're sharing that out so everyone knows. I just watched Die Hard a lot. Like I mean, I paused. What's that thing? Like pause every frame. EFAP. Yeah, like I every frame of pause. Yeah, I pretty much did that, and I researched everything. And ooh, I see Rod Thunderheart is just watching Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2 now. So that is fan friggin' tastic. So yeah, friggin' A, Rod. So yeah, that is awesome to Rod Thunderheart, who's also watching Die Hard tonight, and apparently Die Hard 2. So we're just going to let's close that. There we go. So yeah, Die Hard. I took notes. I took a lot of notes. So we're gonna go through Die Hard, and let's see. There we go. Stark of Iron. You just finished your show, so I'm gonna throw the StreamYard link here in the chat. Tony, no obligation. I know you've done a big long chat, and I certainly don't expect you to join. And Max, I know that you're fairly drunk as well, so you don't have to join. But anyone else that does want to join, please come on ahead. So yeah, we're gonna need some Die Hard. We're gonna need some Die Hard. So first trivia question, because I've taken notes, folks. First question: Which city did the movie take place in? All right, we all know that Bruce Willis was a New York cop, so obviously it didn't take place in New York. But where did Die Hard take place? What city? What city are we talking to? You know, and I know we have at least 5 people watching. Maddie's daddy. There we go. I know you're here, so thank you. So, what city did Die Hard take place in? And hey, Tony. Yeah, we're just getting started here. Oh, let's bring out the drinks. Okay, fuck it. Start early. Cheers. And ooh, speaking of drunkies, hi Max.
But you say, man.
That's yes. Stark of Iron is saying Merry Christmas, drunkie. I think he's talking to you.
Really?
Well, I mean, it could. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Sashi says Century City, LA. All right, you've already asked. I mean, you've already answered another question, son of a bitch. All right, Sashi, would you stop answering questions before I've. What city they take place in? LA is correct. But Sashi goes ahead and says Century City, which is the answer to my other question.
So skip the question.
Well, I've got to answer. I have 45
now Canadian Spider-Man. If you're gonna run a game show, you got to learn how to be dynamic.
Well, apparently, I'm no Bob Barker.
Well, you didn't spay and neuter your pets, you son of a.
No, I tell you, I certainly do. I spay and neuter my pets whenever I get, even if they're not my pets. Any pets I see, I run and I neuter them. Because Bob Barker taught me a thing or two.
Bob Barker taught you that.
That's right. Yes, that's correct. Yes, Bob Barker taught me to run out and cut the penises off of any dogs I see.
Oh, you're going to get sued by the estate of Bob Barker.
Yeah, this wouldn't be the first time. All right, so okay, so let's go with the first. Oh shit. Okay, Maddie's daddy, yes. The first trivia, Die Hard trivia question is Los Angeles. Yes, that is where it takes place. And I want to say hello to Rusty Rivers. Rusty Rivers, if you want to come up, my friend, here's the link right there. If you want to. Well, that doesn't look right. Okay. I mean, that's going to give you a link to somewhere. I'm not sure it's here, but fucking. All right. Question number 2. So first question is, what city does Die Hard take place in? It's Los Angeles. Question number 2. What floor of the Nakatomi Tower does this take place in? Where's the Christmas party? What floor of the Nakatomi Tower is the Christmas party? Max, do you happen to know that?
Yeah, I believe so.
And what floor is it?
31st.
Oh, Stark of Iron is spent vocally, but God bless, he still swallows. He can't sing. It is the 30th. It's the 30th floor. You're so close.
Because I thought they were on. Oh, I thought the vault was on the floor above them, or below. Oh, below them on the 30th
The vault
floor.
is below them. They were
on the 30th. On the 30th floor.
The party was on the 30th floor, and that was the question. So other question. So when after Nakatomi Tower is taken by the bad guys, and the police are attacking, and then the bad guys sort of hole up against the front door, and they're mounting a resistance against the front door assault. And there's a Chinese guy, and you can tell because he has the slanty eyes. He's definitely Chinese, and you can tell. So what candy bar did the Asian dude at the front door assault with the SWAT team? What candy bar did the Asian dude?
Hey, it's a Nestle Crunch. You guys skip about 3 questions forward. We already did these.
Wow, that is. Well, we did it on another program, Max. That was another show.
Oh, sorry.
But yes, it is a Nestle. It is a Nestle Crunch. Yes, and yes, Tony. I love you too. Yeah, no, we did that on Tony's show.
So sorry.
Yeah, this is a different stream, a different audience.
Sorry.
Okay, well, see, this was also another question, so you probably know this then, Max. What did John McClane's wife take as her last name in Los Angeles?
It's in my Chiron.
What last name did John McClane's wife?
Gennaro.
Yes! Yes, indeed. She did take Gennaro. Yes. Ew, and are we playing a hombre or some? Oh, geez, Tornier. No, Tony, I can never get those right. I always fuck those up. But we are playing with the audience, and this is an audience show. And welcome, Wes Cagle and Sashi. I am absolutely crossing the streams. It is a Ghostbusters thing. Yeah. Hi, Wes Cagle.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Okay, Wes Cagle.
It's the Die Hard trivia.
Well, I'm refraining from these questions because I answered a bunch of them in your stream. So.
How many bad guys are in the Die Hard movie?
Yeah, I answered that one in the chat. I don't want to give that away.
How many bad guys?
I already know this one, so
yeah. So does anybody in the chat know before we answer?
Somebody in the chat has to guess. It is a number,
but it's fitting.
Yeah, you've got to give them the hint. Native Spider-Man.
I mean, this is a Christmas number.
Yep.
All right, fuck it. There's 12. There are 12. No, there's no one answering in the chat. We have a limited chat right now. Yeah, that's okay. More people will come. You know, why don't I share the stream?
If you stroke it, they will come.
Right now.
It's going to stream all over.
See what happens. And I see Rusty Rivers is in the chat, and I know he's got a following as well. So maybe people will come.
Thor is assembling.
You know what they say? You know what they say? You know what they say, Spider-Man? If you stroke it, they will come.
That I've heard that. Maddie's daddy is assembling a Razor scooter. Are you building Christmas presents? That's awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
That's toy like a toiger.
That's right. Yes. Guten Morgen, Greek letters. Oh, well, that's okay. I have more questions. All right. Okay, so here we go. What channel? What channel is the newscaster Thornburg, who does bad things for Holly Gennaro? What news channel is Thornburg reporting for?
KFLW.
Yeah,
I didn't say what channel.
Yeah.
Well, see, that was the question, though. You have to actually answer the question. Channel what?
I know what channel it is. I want to.
Yes, we don't want to give it away.
Oh,
that's right. We need to answer because we're
no
not getting.
Knows.
We're not getting
14.
Yeah,
it is channel 14. That's right,
channel 14.
And Greek letters says, "Oh Christmas tree, I'm gonna chop you gleefully. Oh Christmas tree, you're burning beautifully." I'm sure that rhymes all that.
It rhymes.
Merry Christmas. Yes, Sashi, it is Christmas
in the future.
That is true.
It's Christmas in the future.
Okay. Oh, here's a good question. And I'm gonna ask Max.
Yeah.
When exactly does Sergeant Al Powell need backup? When exactly does he need backup?
Now, God damn it! Now, hey,
Yes.
yesterday.
Yes, it's now. God damn it! Now.
Now.
That's when he needs backup. Exactly.
I'm in Nakatomi Plaza. Steve Urkel turned my car into Swiss cheese. Send help now. Now, God damn it, now.
Okay, so Mr. Takagi, he's the guy that's the Japanese dude that's shot in the first scene because he didn't know the codes to the computer, and he owns everything. What's his first name? Because they do refer to this a couple of times. What's Mr. Takagi's first name?
I'm gonna give Joseph.
Oh,
Yeah. Joe.
holy
Joe
son of
Takagi.
a bitch!
Yeah. Joe Takagi.
How did you pull that out of your ass?
I just remember. Hi, Joe Takagi.
You're right.
Yep.
Wow. It is Joseph. Okay, that's the end of the trivia, everyone. Max wins. Good night. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's
Oh. Okay. I have a question for Wes Cagle. What is the secret, according to Die Hard, what is the secret to surviving air travel?
That's an easy one. That's you when you get to your hotel room, you take off your shoes and socks, walk around the carpet making fists with your toes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Making fist with your toes. Correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
These are too easy. I thought these were going to be difficult. And Sashi says, "Hey, Max." All right. Okay. Question number 14. How long has John McClane been a cop? This is in the first 5 minutes of the movie. How long has John McClane been a cop? He says He says it.
11.
I'm trying to remember. I don't. Oh,
Holy
11?
shit!
Yeah.
Max
It wasn't 8. It wasn't 8. He did, but it was double.
It's 11
11.
years. Max
No.
Redstone pulls it out of his ass.
Very good.
Okay. What stuffed toy was in the back of the limousine with John McClane? Which animal was the stuffed toy that he was bringing to his wife?
Was a bear.
It was a bear. It was a friggin' teddy bear. Thank you again, Max.
The bear rode with the luggage.
Okay, now this is a hard one. This is a hard one. So pay attention, Max and West. Holly Gennaro, Bruce Willis's wife, in the movie. Holly Gennaro had a pregnant assistant. Now, at the beginning of the movie, what did she ask Holly if it was okay to have at the party?
Drink.
What did Holly Gennaro's
glass of wine.
Pregnant assistant. What did you just say, Max?
A glass of wine.
Oh my goodness.
Trust me, when this kid comes
She
out, he'll
said
be
a
ready
sip.
to 10 bar.
She asked
Yeah.
if it was okay to have a sip of alcohol. Yes. Correct. All right, well, Max is just going to have to stop playing.
Okay.
Wes, did you know that?
Well, I knew it was a drink. I wasn't sure what the drink was. I couldn't remember what the actual drink was.
No, it was absolutely okay.
It was wine. Yeah.
All right. So, question number 17. The the housekeeper with Holly Gennaro with keeping care of the kids. What was the housekeeper's name? What was the housekeeper's name?
It was Paulina.
Holy shit! West Kegel. Yes.
Yeah, well, that's because because what's his name was a dick to her.
All right.
So you got to remember her.
West Kegel knows that the housekeeper's name in Die Hard, her name was Paulina. Wow.
Paulina.
And yeah, he was definitely born a cop.
Yeah.
Definitely born a cop. And I don't mean the beverage. Well, that was a different thing altogether. Ooh. Can you read this, Max?
Okay. Now I'm stringing a pink guitar, but for the record, I knew the fists with your toes one.
All right. That's awesome. All right. More Die Hard trivia. Okay. Where does Argyle see the chauffeur Argyle, the black guy in the limousine? Where does Argyle's boss thinks he is? And it says this in the movie. Argyle's on the phone with his girlfriend. He says, "No, my boss thinks I'm in." Where? Where does Argyle's boss?
I don't know.
It's in a famous American city. Come on.
Los Angeles?
Yeah, got me. Hollywood, I guess. Hollywood.
And good night, Stark of Iron.
Good night, Tony.
Good night, Tony. Yeah, you got me. I don't know.
It's Vegas.
Oh.
Argyle says, it's okay. My boss thinks I'm in Vegas. On my way to Vegas. Specifically. He says. On my way to Vegas. Okay. A quote from the movie. This is a party line, and the neighbors have
itchy trigger fingers.
Oh! Bingo. Max, you nailed it.
That's a good one.
Correct. Good one. Yes. This is John's on the radio, and the radio has a lot of frequencies, and John McClane says to Sergeant Al Powell, this is a party line. And the neighbors have itchy trigger fingers. Thank you, Max Redstone. Correct. Okay. How does John McClane stop the bad guys from shooting the police RV a second time? Because the police RV comes up and gets hung up on the steps.
Yeah.
And they're going to shoot him again. And how does John stop them?
Does he throw the detonators down the elevator shaft, or is that a different part? Yeah, okay.
Yes!
Hey, Hans,
how exactly?
This?
Embellish on that part. Yes. How does that happen?
Oh, well, he ties him up to the office chair with duct tape and then throws him down the elevator shaft.
Yeah, an office chair and a computer monitor.
A copy machine.
Plastic explosive machine? And a monitor.
He puts a monitor.
A monitor. That's it.
Yes, cable on it and throws it. Yes.
Ties it up. Not
West Kegel.
You're right. Yes.
Yes, and the other quote that I love this: "If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem." And who does John McClane say that to?
Deputy Chief Dwayne Robinson.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Max Redstone. Holy fuck. Yes, and exactly, Maddie's daddy says you guys are next level. Abso-fucking-lutely. Exactly. He straps a C4-2 chair and drops it. Well, yeah, but he also uses a monitor, which I believe Wes Cagle did identify.
No, that was
Both
Max.
of you, I think.
I said copier. I couldn't think of what he put on top of it. I couldn't remember.
It was a computer monitor with the cable. Maybe Max. Maybe
No.
that was you that said that.
That was that was Max.
Yeah. And what is Holly Gennaro's official job title? It says it on her door,
Yeah,
and it shows the door title.
She's a director.
Yes,
I forgot.
Director of
Corporate Affairs.
Corporate Affairs. Uh-huh.
He said direct. Yeah, that is. She is a director of corporate affairs.
There you go. A good one.
Okay. John McClane. Obviously, we know John McClane says "yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." When does he say Geronimo, motherfucker? When does John McClane say Geronimo, motherfucker?
Oh, right after he shot Hans.
When he does, it's not when he tied that blonde dude up with the chains and pushed him and hung him. No, can't remember.
Geronimo, motherfucker, and he pushes something. We've already talked about it.
Oh, was the explosives down the elevator shaft?
It's the office.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
It was the explosive with the C4. He pushes the chair with the C4 and he said, Geronimo, motherfucker. Okay, so Sergeant Al Powell asks, John McClane in the movie, John McClane asks, is the building on fire? What does Sergeant Al Powell answer? Is the building on fire? And Sergeant Al Powell says no, but it's
gonna need some windows and a shitload of screen doors.
It's going to need some paint and a shitload of screen door. It's going to need some paint and a shitload of screen. Thank you, Max Frost. That's it. Yes.
Oh, very cool.
All right. Ooh. And according to Sergeant Al Powell, how many ingredients are there in a Twinkie?
Yeah.
Including yellow dye number
12, number 5.
60?
Number 5.
60. Number 5. Okay.
How many ingredients are there in a Twinkie, including yellow dye number 5? How many ingredients?
A shitload.
6? 5?
No.
I don't know.
4.
4.
There are 4 ingredients, including the last one, yellow dye number 5. What does Ellis, the coked up sales guy, drink just before Hans shot him?
Coke. He had 2 Cokes.
Coca-Cola.
He
And
had
I want
Coke
to
and
say
I had some Coke.
it was Coke. And
Yep.
hi, Maddie's daddy.
Thor.
Greetings, everyone.
We're just doing some Die Hard trivia.
Yes, I'm listening. I got 3 of them correct, although I can't type as quickly. And Max, let's face it, Max is like Bruce Lee of Die Hard trivia. And I'm I'm a sort of actual fan, but I would like to add a trivia question, a super, super hard one, if you didn't have it, and if you're open to somebody doing that.
Tope. She. Oh, no, I can't read that. Wow.
As close as I can get it, it's yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Okay. Dear, what's that?
It's a guitar.
Okay.
Guitar.
It's
That's-
a
Yep.
child. It's a child's car for my daughter. Boy, it looks a lot.
That's
bigger.
awesome.
It looks so much bigger on camera. This thing's tiny. It looks so much bigger on camera, but I guess you can see, like if I do a stretch, you see I'm like half of the neck.
No, we've been corrected by Phantom Outsider. Al does only mention 4, but there's 37 ingredients in it. Jesus, that's not good.
That's well. What's not good about it is he knows this. I mean, what important information has been pushed out of his brain to know? It's like, gee, I used to know CPR. Sorry, but now I know.
Okay. I have another question. The hostages, according to the news report, the hostages are going through the Helsinki syndrome, according to Dr. Hasendorf. As in Helsinki, Sweden?
Sweden, Finland.
Finland. That's Finland.
Yes.
It is
No.
in
No.
Finland.
Oh, yes, Helsinki. Yes, yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
No, but the joke was the reporter said Sweden is
That's Sweden, right?
That's in Helsinki.
Yeah,
Finland.
yeah. Sweden is Stockholm,
Correct.
That's right, and
and it's supposed to be
when
Stockholm. It's supposed to be Stockholm syndrome, not
Stockholm.
Helsinki syndrome.
Well, yeah, but
It is
they didn't
supposed to be.
want,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. After John McClane meets Hans in the attic, what does Hans introduce himself as?
Clay.
Clay. Bill Clay.
Holy shit, Max Redstone.
Now here's
Wow.
here's a shot.
No,
Here
no.
I have
West, I think you got it too.
He said Clay. Bill Clay.
It is Bill Clay.
Yeah,
Correct.
but he didn't say William. He said Clay, comma,
Bill Clay.
and you're
The actor says Bill, but the thing on the wall that has
Says William.
the office, it does say William WM.
Yep.
Wow, Max Redstone. That is impressive.
So I have a trivia question for you.
Yes.
In season 3, episode 7, Die Semi-Hard of the Cleveland Show, what was the name of the Hans Gruber character in this situation?
I haven't watched any of that.
Dick Poop.
That's wow. Okay, so you're gonna take me to my last question. I'm just gonna skip because
Okay.
might as well. Who played? Okay, so in Die Hard, there's Special Agent Johnson and Agent Johnson of the FBI, right? The guy in charge, the white guy, and then the black guy, right? Special Agent Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who played the black guy, Little Johnson?
God.
Special Agent Little Johnson is the credit in the movie. The black
Gosh.
guy. Who played it?
God.
Isn't his actual name Johnson or something too? I mean, that's what's
No,
funny
it's
about
even
it.
funnier.
I can't remember his whole name. I remember seeing it in the credits. I don't
Brand
remember his-
L. Bush.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I know the senior agent was Robert Davi.
Yes, that's the Big Bush.
Yeah.
But in the movie, they credit him as Big
Mhm.
Bush or Big Johnson.
Man.
Big
And
Johnson. And Little Johnson is the black guy. Kind of ironic. Little Johnson is played by Grand L. Bush.
Wow, what a name.
Kind of fun. And what song ends the movie, Die Hard?
Snow, let it snow, let it
Let it snow.
yeah.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Wow, you guys are good. I'm gonna have to come up with better questions. I mean, I have
an unsolved trivia.
I've got the test of Mac.
Okay. What? Okay.
Are you
that's
gonna?
awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
I couldn't
what
hear.
is-
What
what is it?
was it? Your microphone cut out.
Oh, sorry. I said I have a super hard question to test you and Phantom, but do you want to go first with yours?
Oh, me. My unsolved trivia is what's the model of Holly Gennaro's Rolex?
Oh,
I think it's an 1988 ladies' date just.
wow.
I think you only get one. You only get one shot at it as Hans is ripping it off of her wrist. But I'm a watch guy.
You must be.
That was probably expensive when he let that go. I mean, it fell to the ground, right?
Yeah,
You would
But-
assume.
yeah. I mean, it'd be worth like I don't know, $10,000-$15,000 more if it had diamonds.
Zuds.
Yep.
So she was definitely cheating on John, right? While she was living there.
Mm,
No, I don't think so.
no, we're led to imply that Ellis wanted her.
Right, but she thought he was creepy.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
creepy.
Well, yeah, he's not a good example of a man. Most men I know are not like him.
Yeah. Okay, so so my question, and probably
That's
no,
awesome, West Cable.
my question would be, what was the act Snickers bar remember when they're charging up the scene where he says, "Oh, the LAPD's got themselves an RV," and they were setting up in the basement, and one guy eats a Snickers bar. If you don't know the name of the actor, you could also tell me the name of the character he played in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Didn't he play Genghis Khan?
I could see your mouth forming the G, and yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
He was also
Chinese dude?
Yes, he was also the torturer in Die Hard.
Endo.
Yeah, Endo, and his name is Al Leong.
Lethal Weapon.
Oh, Lethal Weapon, yeah.
What did I say?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Sorry, Lethal Weapon.
You got Die Hard on the brain.
He was in Die Hard and Lethal Weapon at the same time.
I'm in the middle of wrapping presents, so
Oh, so I'm watching that tonight.
yeah. Al Leong, who is actually a Facebook friend of mine. He's a kung fu guy. So
That is awesome. Yeah, no, that was a Crunch bar. He ate a Crunch bar.
oh,
and then he finished up with a whatchamacallit.
He
No, that
did
would-
end
that
up
would
with
be
a
a-
different bar with a brown
It would be
wrapper.
that's not a
You're right.
whatchamacallit. That's a it's a rut-you-macallit.
this guy, anybody called Brandon Lee, Brandon Lee being Bruce Lee's. The big fight scene with the unnamed henchman who comes down the stairs. That's also a great martial art. So that was a hard
Ooh,
the Max
In
for
which Brandon Lee one? The Rapid Fire or Showdown in Little
it's more
Tokyo?
New Year's.
Rapid Fire.
Rapid Fire. They're both good movies, but I like Rapid Fire better. I think.
You remember the
Yep.
scene where the guy comes down the stairs,
Mhm.
and then fights him.
It's been
And
a long time.
Only martial artists would know. They threw in a joke in the fight scene where they essentially fight through Bruce Lee's martial arts education. They start with just Wing Chun and they move on to Jeet Kune Do and other things as the fight goes. A joke only that a martial arts.
I wouldn't
Nice.
recognize. Yeah, I wouldn't recognize the difference between those two.
Yeah, it's very subtle. But when I was watching it, it gave me a chuckle. So, but I guess Max wins your contest.
Yay. I'm a winner.
Cheers, Max. That's an awesome Christmas hat too, by the way.
It's for Hanukkah.
Oh well,
Hanukkah.
yeah,
It's also for Hanukkah.
nice.
Also, for,
For what?
I was making a joke as if it's also for Veronica. Who's Veronica?
That's a good one.
Oh, thank you.
You got to tell her it's not pronounced Chanukah.
Or Chaka Khan.
Okay. So another trivia question about Die Hard. What does Schiebdenfeister mean? Schiebdenfeister. Schiebdenfeister.
No, Schießdenfinster. Shoot the glass.
Thank you.
Oh,
Shoot the glass.
Calm. Calm. Schießdenfinster. Huh?
Schiebdenfeister.
Shoot the glass.
all right.
Yes.
Of course,
That's
when a
it's
German guy,
not.
of course, when a German guy doesn't understand your German, of course you switch to his second language.
That makes total sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. The other some sad Die Hard news. One of the stars from Die Hard 2 died the other day.
Yeah, the engineer.
The engineer, the other one who says, and where do we get those big portable lights? Borrow them from Batman? For that guy?
Yeah.
Good. I'm surprised.
Oh, the old black guy?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. He died like
And people gotta stop dying. Like, just everyone fucking put up more of a fight, will you? Stop fucking. No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. Just at a certain point, you just gotta say, "Fuck no, we're done. No more. No, I'm not gonna die today. I'm sorry.
I will do my best to make that happen.
I'm not gonna die anytime in the next 50 fucking years.
Yeah.
Not a chance."
Well, as I said at the top, I've got to finish wrapping presents and stuff. But I did want to come on and say Merry Christmas to everyone, and to drop
Well, cheers, Steve.
Merry Christmas, Steve.
From one Steve to another.
Steve to another.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
Wow. There's so much rum in this eggnog.
you mean there's?
Yeah, that's how I usually end up doing my when I was drinking. I wasn't drinking straight vodka. I was making screwdrivers. I would have the glass, and it would be mostly orange juice with a quarter of vodka, and then I'd take a drink, fill it back up to the top with vodka, take another drink, fill up the top with vodka, take another drink, until it was all
That's
vodka, no orange juice.
So at the end, you get mostly vodka.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I get a question.
Okay.
For,
This is gonna be this gotta be my last one. I got some cooking
Okay.
to do early in the morning.
all right, Max. How old was the kid that Sergeant Al Powell shot? And that's why he didn't want to shoot anymore. How old was the kid? Because he does say
5.
I thought he was 6.
yes, he shot a 5-year-old kid through the head.
5. Okay.
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
not. No,
Wow.
Okay.
no, it's not 5.
Oh, I thought it was like 6 or 7. I thought it was really young too, like Max said.
Nope.
Ah, wow.
But the ray gun was real enough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How old was the kid? And no, all right,
you got
you're both wrong. The answer is
11,
13.
Oh,
13. Wow. That's
He
a lot
says
older than I thought. I thought he was little.
The kid was 13, so he had it coming. He was justified. Apparently.
all right. All right, gentlemen.
Good night,
Merry
Max.
Christmas, Wes. Merry Christmas, Canadian.
Merry
Daddy
Christmas.
almost had
All
it.
right. Have a good night.
Good night.
No, Maddie's daddy says 14. Close.
14.
It was indeed 13.
Yeah, he was close. Yeah, you got me on that one. I was like Max. I really thought he was young. I thought he was like a little kid.
I know. Okay, so here's another good question. At the end, where Sergeant Al Powell shoots Carl, the bad guy, when Carl springs up to life and starts. How
Right.
many? And Sergeant Al Powell saves the day. How many shots does Sergeant Al Powell shoot at the end to kill him?
God, I can't remember. I'm going to say 3 though.
It is 3,
Okay.
and
that's
then
what I-
one more to be sure.
yeah. Okay.
It is 3 plus. Yes, Maddie's
Oh,
daddy.
yeah, okay.
Maddie's daddy
Nice.
knows. Maddie's daddy knows. It was 3, and then one more, just to be sure, because he's a good cop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly.
What percentage of the hostages were Special Agents Johnson and Johnson in the helicopter, willing to sacrifice and willing to lose as they were in the attack helicopters coming up onto Nakatomi Tower? Do you remember? Because they say how many hostages. They say, well, we're going to lose this many. And it's like, well, that's acceptable.
I
What
thought
percentage?
for some reason 60% stands in my head, but I don't remember. Can't remember. No.
Well, Special Agent Johnson says 20 to 25%.
Oh, okay.
was
I gave him
acceptable loss.
less credit than they had than they should have got. All of them, yeah. The Greek letter says all of them. I think they would have sacrificed all of them. Hey, you Maddie
Right.
Daddy had it 20%.
And in the end, the limo driver, Argyle, punches out the computer gangster Theo.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, in the limo, and that ends it. So that was a fucking excellent ending to the show. And I think that
Yeah,
Oh!
Rams the
Well, I mean-
fake ambulance, right? Yeah.
the number one question is how does Bruce Willis employ Christmas to win the day?
How does he employ Christmas?
How does Bruce Willis use Christmas to win the day? Maddie's daddy is right. 20 to 25%.
Yes.
No, that is what he says. 25% max. So that's fine. We're gonna do it. So what Christmas methods does Bruce Willis employ to win the day? No, he didn't become Santa Claus.
Right. Yes. Maddie's daddy got it again. He uses
Well,
Christmas tape to yeah.
Yes.
Maddie's daddy got it, yeah. You're right.
He uses wrapping tape to tape a gun to his back. Exactly. Maddie's daddy. And
forgot,
that
yeah.
is
Yeah.
the best.
Exactly.
I mean, we thought he was done. I mean, his hands were up. He's done. He's fucked. Oh, but he taped the gun to his back. And boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he didn't become sent. No, you haven't. Clearly, you have not watched the movie at all. That's not even close to the correct answer. Holy fuck! No, that's not even close. Oh, there's so many questions.
Well,
Oh,
a lot of
here's
movie.
a good question. When Hans is checking the detonators on the roof, in the mechanical rooms up on the roof, and just before he runs into John McClane, he puts his gun down. And as he does, what is written on the giant ducting in kind of like graffiti? It looks like graffiti. And it's in black paint. And as Hans Gruber is about to meet John, but he doesn't meet John yet, up in the attic, and he puts down his gun. what is spray painted in graffiti? It actually looks like graffiti on the side of the ducting. And I thought it was really weird for it to be there. And I watched it today.
Oh,
Do you know?
no. I
Do you
don't
know the scene
remember.
I'm talking about? Do you know where
Yes. Yeah.
like Hans Gruber goes up on the roof and he's checking the detonation cords and he has to put down his gun for some reason and then he runs into John. So what is
Yes.
spray painted in graffiti? And it's very obvious in black graffiti, like graffiti style spray paint. What's on that ducting? And I didn't notice it. And I've watched that movie 100 times until tonight, and I noticed it tonight.
No. You got me.
Merry Christmas is what's spray painted on the side of that ducting. Well, it says Merry Christ, and it stops at Christ.
Okay, you say that I don't even I that one not that
you
one.
You go back and you watch that movie, and just after Hans puts down his gun because he can't reach, he's checking the detonator cables, and he puts down and it shows Hans Gruber, and he hasn't met Bruce Willis yet. And along the side of the metal ducting, it says Merry Christmas, and it's spray painted like graffiti.
Yeah, no, I don't even remember that. Usually when I can't get an answer and then you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that one I'd have to
that's
get
why I watched this. So, and Greek letters is right. Merry Christmas and keep the change, you filthy animals. Well, it's at least the first part.
Yeah.
But that's why I went back and I watched this just to pick up shit like that.
Yeah, I don't. I know a few things from here that just stick in my head, but there's a lot. I'm getting stumped on a lot of these ones.
They're so. All right, let's ask. Okay, what is the big mistake that John McClane does at the first of the movie with the first terrorist he runs into? John makes a big mistake that could have ended the whole movie. If you watch it again, you watch the first terrorist. What's the first mistake he makes? Because he
tells me he's a cop. He tells me he's a
Carl's
cop.
brother Tony, and Tony says, "No, you have to obey the rules. You're a police officer.
Right.
You have to obey all the rules." And then John does something that ruins the whole movie. He just should have fucking shot him in the head, but he didn't. What does he do that fucks up the whole movie?
Oh, hey, Jill's here.
Hey, Jill.
Hey, Jill.
So he elbows him. John has him with a gun to his head, and he's got him dead to rights. And then he says, well, police have to follow the rules. And then John says, yeah, that's what my captain always says. And he elbows him. And if he wouldn't have done that, he would have had control of the whole. He would have got him. But he had to, yeah, that's my captain says, and then elbows him in the head. It's like, yeah, kind of a dirty cop move. That was, and hello, anti-derivative Jill. Hi. We are just talking about, best Christmas movie ever, Die Hard. Huh. Exactly. so many. I think I've gone through most of the questions. I
Yeah, the
think
earlier ones were a little easier. This one's a little. These are starting to become harder.
No, I think I've gone through most of the Die Hard questions. We had a lot. There was a lot. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, no. Oh. Yeah, no, there's I think we did most of the questions already. So John McClane is he's the monkey in the wrench, he's the fly in the ointment.
Yep.
That is.
Yep.
Yeah, hi, anti-derivative Jill. We've just gone through a whole lot of questions. And we're just going through them all now. We've gone through a whole bunch of of questions for Die Hard. So thank you. And Alan Rickman, absolutely. It's not Christmas until Alan Rickman falls from the Nakatomi Tower in Century City Plaza. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Wow, it is Christmas Eve. It is well into the a.m. Wow, it is 1:30 a.m. here in Vancouver.
Ooh.
Oh, West is like
Quarterback.
4:30.
4:30 here. Yeah. Yeah.
It's past 4:20.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Merry Christmas.
I did it late here. Merry Christmas. Oh. Oh man.
Thanks, Jill. Thanks, Jill. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Jill. And I want to say Merry Christmas, Dark Helmet. And Greek letters. What do you mean it's 11:28? What kind of bullshit? Okay, it's 1:28 here, so are you really in Greece? 4 + 4, 8. Yeah, okay. You actually might be in Greek time. Yeah, that it might actually be 11 a.m. Christmas morning in Greece. Fucking A. Cheers. We are BSG original time. So West Kegel,
Yes, sir.
do you watch Die Hard every year?
No, I'm not. It's not a religious Christmas thing for me. Nah. The only things I watch at Christmas time every year are there is a handful of the Christmas specials. You know, from when I was a kid. Like I watch Rudolph and I watch Frosty and I watch The Grinch and I watch Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
Yes. Yep. Oh, The Grinch is a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, and the Peanuts, of course, that one too. So, yeah, yep. Oh, and then one of my, two of my favorites, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" and "The Year Without a Santa Claus."
I watched some really early cartoons. There's a whole bunch of cartoons that I've never seen from the 30s, from the 1930s and the 1940s that were really impressive to see. And holy shit, what are you still doing awake at this hour? Tiger Stripes, what are you doing at this hour awake? Holy crap. And here, if you want to come up, you don't have to, but there you go. And West Kegel.
Yes, sir.
What is... All right, so that first kanji I recognize as money and or gold. Kin. but I don't. I ha ha ha, ho ho
Well-
ho. Well, the last three, ho ho ho. I can read those.
Well, that's
Mato.
it. Maybe I got it. Maybe I got it wrong, but it's supposed to be.
Hey.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Mas. Asu. Sorry, can you go ahead and say that again?
It's maybe I got it wrong, but it's supposed to be your name there. Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Ho ho. Well, the last three are definitely ho ho ho. Now machine gun. Yeah, no, I never learned that in Japanese.
Yeah, I'm not fluent, so it's not.
Yeah, no, speaking it is so much easier than writing it. Yeah, no, I can't write for shit, but I mean, hell, I also can't speak for shit, but I can survive. If you drop me in Tokyo, I'm probably gonna be okay. That'll be. I'll embarrass myself and make jokes, and we'll be fine.
I'll speak English until somebody comes along who speaks English and has pity on me.
Yeah, you're gonna be waiting for a while there, my friend. Greek letters says in Greece, the TV channels considered the first Die Hard movie a Christmas movie. They included in the Christmas roster alongside Christmas Carol and all their other Christmas movies, and so they should. And so they should. It is obviously a Christmas movie. Yeah, there's no question there. And do you mind reading Tiger Stripes?
Tiger Stripes says to us that it is worth finding an uncut copy of The Grinch. The network's chopped off bits to make room for commercials. You know, I noticed that because I have a copy on my hard drive that I downloaded from the internet, and as I'm watching it, actually there were 3 Christmas cartoons that I watched that I noticed. I'm going, I don't remember this part as a kid.
No.
I don't remember these lines, and they must have cut these things to make room for commercials.
See, Phantom Outsider. He says this in the movie Die Hard. He answers this question. Yeah. Phantom Outsider says, "Why did John McClane prefer Roy Rogers over John Wayne?" And he says this in the movie. He says he prefers the sequined shirts. John Wayne did not have sequined shirts.
No.
Roy Rogers did. That's why.
You see, there's another one I didn't remember.
Do you mind? Okay, Dark Helmet says, I'm waiting for Christmas Story to play all day today. Yes. Do you mind reading Tiger Stripes?
In Tiger Stripes, she says, NBC showed Rudolph uncut this year, and bro, and I thought we were having brain. It was exactly the same thing. There were bits we had no memory of because they had been missing for decades. Yes, that's one of the ones I watched, and I'm going, I remember this scene, but I don't remember it being as long as this. Yeah.
That is so good.
Exactly. Yep.
Wow. Okay, well that's a good thing. Anti-derivative Jill says, I also love the Garfield Christmas. Odie makes such a sweet scratching present for him. Yes. What was new? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're not sure.
Yes. Some of the scenes were longer than you remember as a kid. There was lines, and I'm going. I don't remember this. I remember the scene, but I don't remember this line in the scene or this little bit in the scene. I'm going, wow.
No, so much that I don't.
And a couple of songs were a little bit longer than I remembered, even too.
Well, shit. Well, thank you for being here and joining us. Well, I guess it's Christmas Day now, isn't it? We're even in Vancouver. We're an hour and a half
Yeah.
past Christmas Day, so it is
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yes, it's starting to reach the islands in the Pacific now. So
Yeah, and we have Tiger Stripes and Jill and Phantom Outsider and Dark Helmet. So thank you for joining us. Because either that or just go to
yes,
bed.
see, Tiger Stripes confirmed what I was saying. She says there were extra verses in the song that Hermie and Rudolph sing together. The
Oh, well, let's read that.
yeah,
Please go
what
ahead.
was that song? What was that song? Um, it wasn't the mis- it was the I'm not just a misfit, right? When they sing it together.
Yes, no, I just watched that show recently, Tiger Stripes, and your Yukon Cornelius. There was a lot of singing involved. That
Herbie. Yes, no.
no, you're right. Herbie. Ooh, no, I
Yeah,
just
it's
watched it
Hermie.
today, and I think
Yeah.
it was Hermie. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Although Herbie the Love Bug. Yeah, Herbie the Love Bug was awesome. And anti-derivative Jill is in agreement. Yes, 100%. Thanks. Oh man, Jill and Tiger Stripes, thank you for being here.
Yes.
We're gonna need some more eggnog and rum. I'll tell you what.
You know, it's funny, Tiger Stripes, when Hermie says that line, "You can't fire me, I quit," he doesn't leave yet still. He says, "You can't fire me, I quit," but he doesn't leave until like 3 scenes later. I noticed it the last time I just watched it. I'm going, you know what? He says, "I quit," but he doesn't jump out the window yet at that time.
No. Oh God, no. No. Just no. It's all around no. No. Just no. Okay, just Greek letters, just no. It's just no.
Well, it is the present that keeps on giving forever. So
Yes. Yeah. Well, hey, tell me. I've spent my time with Asian ladies. I know. I know. Okay, and Tiger Stripes says, "Oh no, we read this already." Joe.
no, also
Jill
she
says
agrees.
no.
Yeah.
Also,
She does. She agrees.
yeah, she completely agrees. That's funny. And Orphan Zane says, "Good night, everybody. I'm going to bed. It's 4:40 a.m. Well, yeah, you gotta go to bed because Santa is on his friggin' way. That is for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Santa is on his way. Absolutely.
It's the
Yes.
one time a year that I have to be careful with the Mossberg when I hear somebody in the house.
It's funny you say that.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I should put this to bed.
Just for tonight. Just for tonight. One night a year.
I just like doing this.
Yes.
I like that noise.
Yep. Well, that's the one that stays by the bedside.
Oh, yes. Well, you can see how close it is. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a Mossberg. The Mossberg
Yes, sir.
makes that's a 12 gauge dream.
And people always ask me, they're like, "Well, if you hear an intruder, what's if you get a chance to get to the gun safe, what are you grabbing? I'm like, well, I don't have to go to the gun safe because the shotgun stays next to me.
Yeah. How about the giant boomstick beside my bed? Yeah. Yes. That's well, and because here, I mean, I'm cooking meat all the time, and so I'm worried about animals and bears coming in the front door. See, I never worry about humans. Like humans are the least of my problems. It's like if that's why I have this. This is not for humans. This is genuinely like I might run into something that doesn't speak English, and I'm not talking about an immigrant.
Right. No, I'm usually talking about
Yes.
I don't have to worry about the animals. I worry about the
Yes.
people.
Please subscribe to Anti-Derivative Jill. Absolutely. Jill has way more content than I do, and she's way more fun. Well, she's almost as fun. I have a shorter barrel Mossberg 12 gauge next to my bed. Yes, Dark Helmet.
Yep.
That is.
Yep.
Although the longer barrel holds the shot into a tighter pattern, which we've done 20-foot shot patterns as opposed to 30-foot shot patterns, and it's either one's a bad. You're gonna have a bad time either way.
Oh yeah.
And yes, that is. Please, folks. I just want to say it is Christmas, so let's shout out our friends. Anti-Derivative Jill is maybe the first friend I met on YouTube. Anti-Derivative Jill might have been the very first friend that I knew of through Cardinal Sin. Obviously, Gil. Yeah, absolutely. Friggin' A. And you know what? I think I want to play a little Gil here. Can we? Is this okay? Fuck it. Let's play some Gil.
I rock like this.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's one of our good friends. That is one of our good friends. And, he's not here with us right now, but I want to raise a glass to Gil Bavell, Cardinal Sin. That was him. You just saw him.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Ah.
He did say that once, Jill. He did say that once. Yeah. Hey, from parts unknown. Yeah, man, that was Gil Bavell. That was Gil fucking Bavell. And yeah, Antier. And you know what? Because it's Christmas, and I do have Gil Bavell's brother, Ari. He said he's more than happy to show this. Let's play this again. I want to shout this out. Here again, playing music is Gil Bavell.
I rock like this.
Yeah.
I'm this fucking close to crying, man. I'm this fucking close to crying. Fucking Gil Bavell. Man. I love you, Gil. Jill, Jill was there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got the Cardinal Sins channel late to the party. I was only there on his as a subscriber to his channel about a month, maybe 2 months, maybe
Yeah.
maybe three, but and he was gone.
I'm crying a little bit, Jill. Now I'm crying a little bit now, Jill. You're goddamn right. He rocked. Yeah, he did. He did, and he left us too soon, and way too soon, and I don't know why. I have questions. Yeah, Gil, man, love you, friggin' love you. Gil Bavel, cheers to you, man. That's a solid fucking cheers to you, my friend. You're goddamn right. He rocked, Jill. Choking up a little bit here. Yeah, he was so accomplished. You're right, Tiger Stripes. Tiger Stripes and Jill, I've sent you a link if you want to join. Well, rest in peace. Yeah, but you know what? We're not gonna let him rest. We're gonna still remember him. From Parts Unknown says, I played drums in a Rush cover band years ago in my 20s. Started playing when I was 3 years old. Okay, so the fact that you know who Rush is makes me think that you might be a Canadian. You might be Canadian.
Not necessarily. They're big here in the States. Big time, big in the States. I mean, you've got one of the greatest drummers of all time, one of the greatest bassists of all time. So I mean,
360-degree drum kit, didn't he?
yeah. I mean, those guys are amazing. That trio is and just an amazing.
It is William fucking Shake Spielberg. Merry Christmas to you, brother. And William, you're not expected to join, but just in case, I'm gonna drop that in. From Parts Unknown, absolutely glad to have you here. And from Parts Unknown, we're gonna add you as a moderator, just because we're gonna see how many we can have. And you live in Toronto, from Parts Unknown? Okay, you live in Toronto. Ugh. All right, I grew up in New Brunswick. I grew up in Fredericton, so I understand Toronto. I've been there a lot. But we make everyone here.
Well, Toronto might be lower, but it's not. I mean, it could be worse. It could be Prince Edward Island.
Ooh, yeah, true. Anti-derivative Jill says, I'm not home now, so I can't join you tonight except in the chat. Oh, that's fine, Jill. You're just fine. That's fine. Parts Unknown says, I had a drum kit almost like his. He was my idol. Are you serious? Holy shit. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Neil Peart, a great drummer.
All right, I see Tiger Stripes and William have comments in the channel, but I'm out of, I'm empty, so that's no good. We got to fix that, clearly. Do you mind reading this from Tiger Stripes? I'm going to run and get some.
Sure. Tiger Stripes says, yes, I should be off to bed. I joined chat, but I can't wake up, bro. He needs his sleep. I love that you're awake in the wee hours of Christmas Day, Canadian Spider-Man. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I often there are plenty of nights where I've nights where he has sometimes shown up at making a stream, and so I'll be up and I'll wait here until about 3 o'clock in the morning, and then there's no stream, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go to bed. I wake up the next morning, and it turns out he went on at like 3:15 my time. So yeah. Sometimes I miss out because he streams at really late hours. Well, he comparatively to the East Coast here in the United States, it's a little 4 hour difference. But yeah, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, if I had just stayed up for another 15 minutes, I'd have seen the stream.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
well,
happens sometimes. Yeah.
that's man, and if you would have told me, I would have kept going longer. And William Shakespeare says, "Thanks, buddy. I'm just gonna hang back and listen in the balcony, nursing some booze." Well, hey, William, I'm glad you're listening in the background. Thank you. That is awesome. And yeah, it's Christmas, so. Oh, okay. And Jill says, "Wow, at 3 years old." Okay. And we have a lot of friends in the chat here.
Yes. Yeah.
Good night, Tiger Stripes. Yes, it is going to be 2025 is going to be a friggin' awesome year.
Well, she says she's going to be concentrating on I from the acronym. I'm assuming she's going to be doing a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff.
Well, yeah, and apparently, yeah, no, Tiger Stripes is all in for that. Good. Thank you, Tiger Stripes. Good night to you. You're the Tiger Stripes is the first girl on YouTube that I hit on. So yeah, oh yeah, hit on her big time. Yeah, it was fun. You remember it back in the days. I'm sure you do, Tiger Stripes. Good night. Good night. William Shakespeare is another man. Cheers to you.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. West Kegel, William Shakespeare is another fella with
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, absolutely.
with all
Hail
the
to William Shakespeare.
with all the how shall I say, the necessary moral characteristics. William Shakespeare has those aplenty, in my opinion.
In spades, as they were to say.
In spades, yes, sir. As do you, sir, in my humble opinion.
Thank you, sir. Well, anybody who follows me on Twitter will know exactly how I think. I don't hold nothing back.
That is mostly rum. Wow.
There you go.
Added a lot more rum than eggnog to. Ooh, rum floats apparently. Hope floats and so does rum.
Yes, sir.
Rum floats. Shit. Wow. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna keep going. I'm not gonna end anytime soon, folks.
You know, I was
Oh,
on we were doing a stream the other day, and one of the bottles that I had, I wanted to toss it out into the recycling. So, and it had about like 3 shots worth of vodka left in it. So I poured it out into an empty water bottle I had, because I always have empty, because I drink a ton of water while I'm drinking. And at the end of the night, I was just trying to finish off the half bottles of water that I had, and I grabbed that vodka one. I didn't realize it was vodka, and I chugged it down. I'm like, oh yeah, no, that wasn't a good idea.
yes. Well, yeah, Anti-Jill and Tiger Stripes, most Christmas. Happy Christmas to both of you.
Happy Christmas and a Merry New Year.
West, do you think girls watch Die Hard as part of their
Sure.
Christmas?
Well,
I mean,
as part of the
probably.
Christmas thing, I don't know about as part, but I'm sure plenty watch it. I know,
I mean,
I-
maybe they do. Girls are weird
yeah.
though, man. I've been alive for 52 years, and I'll be fucked if I can understand girls.
yeah. I raised 3 of them, and I still don't understand them.
You have 3 daughters?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
how the fuck did you give them advice? You just stay away from that guy.
Well, I let my wife do the imparting of most of the advice. I just I was the just make sure they don't get hurt kind of guy. That was about it. My wife is a
Though.
teacher, so she imparted all the wisdom.
Yeah, because yep, being the authoritative father in the equation, you play a pretty important role. I gotta say, good for you, man.
Yep, but they're all grown up, done with school, and well, one just went back to college. Well, one she just went back, but the others are all done, and they're
Oh,
all
they're old enough.
yeah, they're old. Oh
Like,
yeah.
are you legally allowed to use the yardstick?
Oh no. Well, they're all they would probably
Well,
beat the snot out of me at this point.
Sometimes some of those older kids probably need it.
Yeah. No.
20-year-old probably fucking needs it.
Listen, I never had disciplinary issues with them, any of them, because, and here's what I did, and people say, "Oh, you can't do." Listen, I don't care. I don't care. When they were little, when they were very little, like I'm talking under 5, they were like 2 years old, 3 years old,
Yes.
and they could once they could understand once they could understand, and I you would tell them to do something, and they refuse, and then so I would tell them a second time, they refuse, because they're misbehaving or whatever, and then I'm like, so I start counting to 5. I say, I'm going to give you to the count of 5, and I start counting. When I got to 5, they got a swat on the hiney, not enough to hurt, not enough to even do anything, but just enough to make them upset.
But
So that here, and so well, then it got to the point that when they were misbehaving, I just started counting, and before I can get to 3, they snapped into line. I never had to touch them again, ever.
Nope.
And this was by the time they were 3. So yeah, I never had to swat their behinds at all.
Word of Jill says, "I'm a woman and I don't understand girls either." Well, yes, yes, that's okay, good. And West, do you mind reading this from our friend from Parts Unknown?
Yes, sure. He says, January 1st, 35th anniversary sober, but still smoke our weed. Started smoking since Woodstock in '69, and I was 13. Came back and had a baby boy with our childhood sweetheart. Huh. Yeah,
Damn.
wow. Well, you were already smoking weed the year I was born. I wasn't born till '69.
No, I was gonna say you're a good 16 years older than I am.
Yeah.
Then Jill says, "Counting with kids works even without spanking." Well, yeah, no, but it's better
like I
with
said.
spanking.
Well, like I said, I wouldn't even call it a spanking. It was a single swat that they were like 2.5, 3. It didn't even move them, but it was enough that they got upset by the fact that they got him.
Like, you don't even really have to touch them. It's more of a mental, like, my parents disapprove of me, and
Yep. But like I said, I had to do that only like maybe once or twice, and after that, all I had to do was count, and they snap into line. I never had to even do anything again.
Well, yeah, but then there's the thing. No, I had at least one wooden spoon broken over my bottom.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
Oh, yeah.
I used to get the wooden spoon from mom, and I used to get the belt from my father.
Well, the belt was only needed once. That was only threatened. The belt came out once, and it's like, nope, that's all we ever need to see. That we don't need to see
Yeah.
the belt again. We get it. That's enough.
No, I got the spoon until it got broken over my hiney. Then my mom said, "Okay, well, I give up now. That's not going to work anymore." And I got the belt until the day that I had decided to not. I decided to run when the belt came out, chased me into the bedroom, and I jumped on the bed. Well, I was making it worse, but when I jumped on the bed, he came after me. He came at me with the belt, and I went to block it with my hand to cover my hiney with my hand, and I hooked the belt with my fingers by accident and took it out of his hand accidentally. I
Oh,
thought I was gonna die. Yeah,
Oh,
no, he just
what
shook his
do you
head and walked away.
You drop it immediately.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was the end of my life.
Wow, that is. I understand what you're saying. That is crazy. See, and kids today don't understand. Like back in the 80s, like you could die. Like it was legal for them to kill you. Like it
Yeah.
was.
Well, I didn't. It wasn't at home. I got it. I mean,
Oh,
you
deserved
you got it paddling at home, but I got the you got the living tar beat out of us by the nuns and the priests in Catholic school. So,
We had it coming. Yeah.
oh yeah, no, I know I did. I've said it before. Every beating that the nuns gave me, I deserved. I deserved more than they gave me. They were holding back.
Yes, that's it exactly. Oh dear!
Yep.
Holy what? Wife and 8-year-old son were killed in a DUI in 1977. Holy crap!
That's terrible.
Parts unknown. That is holy shit on a stick. Yeah. Well, that was 77. That's
Yeah, I was 8 years old.
old. Yeah, I was 6 years old.
Wow, I was wow. Oh, 8 years. That's when I was 8 years old. 77.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was I was born in 72, 73. Yeah, this time of year I was 7 years old. And are you kidding? Molecular Arts, are you greeting us from Shinjuku? Wow, I know where Shinjuku
Wow.
is. That is amazing. I was on the Joban line. You go up to Ueno and you go up to Abiko. Well, I'm sure you know where Matsudo, and then further after Matsudo is Abiko, and I lived in Abiko, about 45 minutes from downtown. But Shinjuku, Japan, that is crazy. There's a lot of teachers probably going around the train line around looking for Christmas activities.
Now I'm not sure exactly where that either. Well, I don't know if that's a region or if it's a prefecture or if it's a city. You know what island that's on? Which of the
Shinjuku
islands?
is part of Tokyo. Tokyo isn't
Okay.
just one city.
Yeah. Right.
It's like a ring of cities, and each one of them have thousands of people. And Shinjuku is, well, it's where all the office towers are. And like I had to be, what I needed to be disciplined once for when I was teaching English, and I got called down to Shinjuku. That's where the office was. So yeah, that's,
Okay.
Shinjuku is like the office complex of Tokyo. It's pretty, but that's actually also where. Do you remember the Lost in Translation with Bill Murray? That was also in Shinjuku, and I've been to that office building. I've been to that piano bar.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Lost in Translation. Yeah. Good to see you, and well, thank you for being here from Parts Unknown. And 77, yeah, some of it. Well, Jill wasn't alive, but some of us were. Some of us were alive. back in the day. We were alive in 77. I mean, we barely knew how to wipe our ass at that point, but we were alive in 77.
Yeah. Yep, I was 8 years old watching Star Wars in the movie theater.
Oh, at 8 years old.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
even. No, I was 6 years old. I hadn't even discovered my willy at this point. In 77, I didn't even know the difference between a man and a woman. I was literally like Trudeau in 77.
Yeah, no, what grade would
What?
that have been?
Common. Apex Comics is that much older than us? You're 14? Holy shit. You're 7 years older than I am. Apex Comics.
That would have been like third or fourth grade for me.
Okay, Molecular Arts, we're the same age. You're born in 72. Okay, Molecular Arts and I are the same age. 72. And I think William Shakespeare, I suspect William Shakespeare might have also been born in 72, more or less. I mean, roughly, William Shakespeare is our age. Ooh, all right. And hello. Yes, we're just talking about what age we were all born. Well, I guess we were all born at 0,
Yeah,
technically.
technically, yes. Yes. Well, you would have been in high school with my younger brother. He was born in 73, and then I had a brother right behind him in 76. So
Oh yeah, okay. I've got a youngest brother. My younger brother's right around the corner here. I'm gonna go see him tomorrow for Christmas. But my youngest brother is in Australia, and they're already celebrating Christmas right now. He's in he's south of Perth in Western Australia, and it's about it's midnight, I guess, where they are. Christmas Day. Shout out to Western Australia. Shout out to Bunbury and Australind. There's a place called Australind, and that is in Western Australia, south of Perth. So cheers. Cheers to everyone in Australia.
cheers.
And it's deep and dark into Christmas Eve.
Oh, wow. So you know what? I guess the Pacific Islands are getting hit now with Christmas. It's what is it? It's midnight, just past midnight in Honolulu now. So
That's right. Yeah. And wow, there's a lot of our friends that are still awake at this hour. Holy shit. Jill, I would have thought you would have been in bed wrapping presents. Well, I guess wrapping presents in bed, you could do that. But, one of those things. Now I want to say hello to From Parts Unknown. It says, a heroin almost killed me. 1 OD, I was dead for 10 minutes. Thank God our mom found us, or me. Holy shit.
yeah,
Wow.
that's one thing. I might drink a lot, and I started when I was like 12, but drank a lot back then. But I never did anything outside of that. No, nothing outside alcohol.
I've done a lot of drinking, but I haven't done any of that.
Yep.
Fortunately, I guess. Yeah, no. Okay, well, I'm glad you're with us from Parts Unknown. Do you mind reading this from our friend?
Sure. William Shakespeare says, "My birth date is official 1564, give or take a couple of years. Records kind of stuck back then."
Yeah. Okay, we'll give you that. We'll give you that. Oh, and molecular arts. What? Really? Molecular arts says 9 p.m. Christmas Day in Eastern Australia. Okay, so it's still time for me to call my brother in Western Australia. You
Yeah.
know where Bunbury is. Yeah, if you're in Eastern Australia, you know exactly where Bunbury is. And Austerland, I should call them. And do you mind reading this from our friend, Andy Derivative Jill?
Jill says to us, "Ish, well, a bit, yes. I'm as old as Back to the Future. I'm at the point where I don't get carded, but they ask my age." She says that to Apex Comics. Yeah, yeah, I
Yep.
can remember when I
Well,
stopped getting asked
no,
about
frankly, I'd be
cigarettes.
suspicious of you too, Jill. I'd be very suspicious. I wrapped on the 23rd. Wow, that's a little. Yeah, see, a lot of the animals in Australia kill you. That's the problem.
Yeah. Everything's trying to kill you in Australia,
And yes,
including their
1985
own government.
was a great year. Yes, I can confirm that. Also, 1975 was also a great year. Jill wanted to text. And yes, free from parts unknown. Free love in the 60s were great.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's why we've got rampant VD now.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, see, West and I are about 10 years too young to know that.
Yeah.
But do you remember, like, I remember sex before AIDS. Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, I barely, like, I was just old enough for sex, and then fucking AIDS hit. Like, literally 2 years after I found my dick, AIDS hit. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I literally just figured out how to use this thing, and now you're telling me, like, holy shit. Do you know?
Yep,
It wasn't
yep.
good. Wasn't good.
Yep. Yeah. Kind of put a damper on a lot of stuff.
And see, kids today, they don't understand. Like, you know, I mean, Jill, for example, AIDS, you don't think it's that deadly. But back in the day, AIDS was a death sentence. Like,
Yep,
you don't understand. Like,
yeah,
it
from like
was
78, from 78
death
to about 88, it was you were guaranteed to die, guaranteed.
you're dead. So, like, what do you mean? Like, and there was jokes back then, like, and eventually it's just gonna be yours. You know, you stick your dick in and you explode, and it's like, yeah, that's basically what
Actually,
it's be.
Actually, I gotta readjust that. It was more like 78 to like 93 or 94. It was still guaranteed you were gonna die. It wasn't until
Yeah,
like the second term of Clinton where we started getting anything.
that's exactly right. Yeah, it's like, holy shit. I mean, yeah, you don't want any of that. It wasn't fun. No, it wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
there was a point. Like, actually, all through the 90s, like, sex was scary. It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Like, the
Well,
80s
they
was fun, in the 70s it was fun, and now it's. But there was a time where it wasn't fun. Like, not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 5'6". I mean, it's not like the girls were all flocking. They don't go flocking. Here's a tip: they don't go flocking to you if you're 5'6". It's
well,
not a thing.
I'm only 5'7", Canadian Spider-Man, and I never had a problem. As a matter of fact, I never chased a single girl, but I had plenty of them. I had plenty of girlfriends. The problem is I could never keep any of them.
Well,
They were always interested to date me, but once they got to know me, they left.
well, yeah. Well, hey, man, we got to know you, and we still fucking love you. So,
Well, there you go.
and Auntie Deriv Jill says, when I was in daycare, I wanted to Eddie Ruxpin, yes. Hell
There
yes,
you
to
go.
Eddie Ruxpin.
That's a late
Yes.
80s toy.
It was. Can you read this from Apex Comics?
Sure. He says, in 1975, I remember Atlas Seaboard comics were displayed on the spinner rack along with Marvel and DC books. I've never even heard of Atlas Seaboard. I'm not a big comics guy, but I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, same. I mean, I know what a spinner rack is.
Yes. Yeah.
but yeah, not so much. And from Parts Unknown says, I was a flower child. I want to go back to the 1960s. You know what?
Oh,
I mean, West, you're the same. I mean, we came along in the 70s.
yep.
We heard stories of the 60s. Growing up in the 70s, we were immersed in the 60s culture. We knew about the mamas and the papas, and
Oh yeah. Well, that's all that was played on my parents' radio. So
that's
all the
right.
stuff in
So
the 60s.
I would love to go back to the 60s. I have no problem going back to the 60s.
Well, you know what though? I got my parents' radio was playing all kinds of 50s and 60s music, but it was not the Flower Child stuff. It was all the Motown, or like from the 50s, the Drifters and the Platters and that sort of thing. So it wasn't until maybe the late 70s that I got any kind of weird music on the radio from my parents.
Okay. Dark Helmet sneaks back in. Dark Helmet, you are always welcome here, sir. You pretend to be a unscrupulous fellow, but you're welcome here anytime. And cheers. And this is mostly vodka. Fuck. Rum.
Yeah, that was
Ooh, do you
that
remember?
was some all I remember from the Flower Children is was what Reagan told me. I smell hippies.
Remember Ronald Reagan? Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Ronald Reagan's second greatest president of all time.
He was the first.
Andrew Jackson.
Huh.
Third is Trump. I'll move Trump up if he does better this second time around.
Huh. There's so many Canadians, like, we actually understand your American history. How many Americans could name more than one Canadian? Can you name a Canadian prime minister other than?
Well, I named Trudeau and I named what's his name, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie King. Holy shit.
But
Yeah.
I think those are the only two I really know off the top of my head.
Hey, Rob Thunderheart.
Hey, I can't believe. Oh man, you've been on for just about 2 hours, and you. Oh man,
It's 2:15 in the morning here. It's 3:15 where you are, my brother.
yeah.
We were
Yeah.
just talking about Mackenzie King and getting the Americans to name all the Canadian prime ministers that they could remember. They can't remember many.
They can't remember any of them. I think they're lucky if they can even name Trudeau.
Exactly.
Not that I'm, not that I'm in defense of him, but
No,
I
Well,
think
hell, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Most
Like-
Americans couldn't name the president.
no. Does Mulrooney ring a bell? West.
Mulrooney. No, I don't think so. Not really.
he's the bastard that introduced the loony, and then he also,
was a referencer for 10
and
or
then-
more years.
and then
You
he
have a
did
guy
the,
named Ford.
and then he did the free trade agreement.
Yeah,
That
Ford was
fucker.
never prime minister. He was an
Not
Ontario
it. Not-
premier.
Okay, that's where I heard him from.
Oh my God! Americans suck so much for international politics. Like, honestly, he really need to pick up the bar.
He was known for a Jay Leno sized chin.
Ooh,
Remember?
yes.
Yeah, and he introduced the loony. He was the one that started us having like giant pockets of change, You know, I mean, honestly, I actually like that because, like, you know, you can suddenly look in your, and then especially like the Toonie, you know, and then and then suddenly you can suddenly find yourself like with $15 in your pocket, and then like it's just in change.
That you didn't expect. Hey, Susan
Yeah.
Dolan.
Hey, Susan.
Susan Dolan. Hello.
Hail Anti-Derivative Jill, William Shakespeare, Apex Comics,
It's Spider-Man height. Okay, Apex Comics. That is.
Susan Dolan.
I am 5'6". I am Spider-Man height.
Hey,
Yeah.
right on, John A. McDonald. Well done, Maddie's daddy. Yeah, the first one, the first drunken
Oh.
one, actually.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm
John A.
the
McDonald
only other one that I remember is
said that.
that first guy, McDonald. I don't remember his first name. I only remember McDonald because he was the first one. I don't remember his first name.
Yeah, and then the only other prime minister from the West, well, aside from Stephen Harper, the bastard, is John Diefenbaker, and that's the bastard that killed. That's
know the name Diefenbaker. I don't think
John Diefenbaker was the one who killed that.
Know the name Diefenbaker.
He was the one who. He was the one who killed the Avro Arrow. Otherwise, we Canadians would have led the international aerospace technology.
1 inch too tall. Yes, that's right. Okay, so from parts unknown is a big advocate of cocaine.
Oh yeah, no,
Apparently,
never. That's never good.
if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. And I just want to say hello. Auntie Jill is one of our favorite people, right, Rod?
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
Oh, hey, wasn't Trudeau's father a prime minister as well?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, we don't talk-
Pierre.
Oh,
Trudeau.
okay. You did say that. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Rumor
Oh,
has it. The rumor
the
has
worst?
it that he was, believe it or not, a well-known ladies' man. Of all people, I mean, like I remember when I was growing up, and I'm just kind of like this guy. You know, I was like, I'm sorry, but as a kid, I was just kind of like, man, he's balding, and he's got like buck teeth, and I'm just like, how did this guy? Yeah, I was like, how does this guy ever like with women, you know? And then he landed, and then he landed, well, his wife Margaret, you know, and then. I looked into this, by the way. She actually, when they got married, she went. First off, they they had their after they got married. Man, I'm brain farting on that. They had their after they got married, they went to Cuba, and which is why. Like she was actually there for approximately 2 weeks, and then he went down there too, and then eventually it did come out that okay, they got married, you know, and this happened in March. Now, if anyone has does the math, March 9 months later is December, and if and Justin was born Christmas Day. Yeah, by the way, it's his birthday. Justin was born Christmas Day, 1970. So do the math there in terms of like who his dad probably is.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, i.e. Castro, which is which is interesting also because like Castro himself was also a ladies' man. You know, charming motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I just decided to now. I figured I would go and I would look up the list. I did, apparently, and I did not know this. You guys have had a female prime minister.
Oh,
in the 90s.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? She lasted about as long as Yeah, she lasted as long as Kamala did, i.e.,
Yeah.
she
June to November.
inherited. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
i.e., she inherited the role from Brian Mulroney. Brian Mulroney, big chin man. We he actually knew that he was going to get like destroyed in the election, so he didn't. He was like, okay, I'm not even going to bother with this. So he just stepped down, and then there was a fight for the leadership of the Progressive Conservatives, and shockingly, the winner was actually Kim Campbell, and it's funny because like I look, it's because I look back on this and I'm just like, you know what, she actually wasn't too bad, you know. But she got absolutely destroyed in the following. I mean, Brian Mulroney did too, obviously, but it was really honestly, I think it was more a statement of him, not her. But Brian Mulroney, I mean, like the Progressive Conservatives got destroyed in 1993, and they had not. It took them years and years to recover from this
Yeah,
because
Full
they
suffering.
were they were reduced down to like 2 seats. Two
Yes.
seats. I didn't like that, eh? Like that's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But this I don't believe is any statement on women themselves. But I mean, like, yeah, no, I mean, like,
Well, it could be.
people don't like to have women as leaders. I mean, look at Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher.
And she's a great prime minister. I think she was. I mean, I miss the days when you had both Reagan and Thatcher in office.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's interesting. Rod, do you mind reading this from our friend Susan Dolan?
Yeah, Susan Dolan says from Parts Unknown 81MC. Sorry to sound mean, but I won't wake up all night with these damn things running up and down the ditches all over the country highway that I live near. Happy 420. Apex Comics says.
Indeed.
Yeah, I agree with, there. Trudeau, might step down as PM. Yeah, he just might. Well, I think he almost has no choice now.
He's pretty arrogant, though, Rod. I don't know if he has it in him. Like, he's pretty arrogant.
I think he only has. It's only a matter of time, honestly. Honest to God, I don't think he. I mean, I think he's. I think he is smart enough to understand that, like, okay, I mean, this bastard is like like he's a speaker for the World Economic Forum too, WEF, which like they're the bastards that are like
those guys.
Yeah, well, that's what he thinks his association with the World Economic Forum is his coat of armor, and that's why he can just remain in power.
Yeah.
Anti-derivative Jill says, my daughter would love to see snow. Well, there's lots up, although actually, Rod, I don't know what it's like where you are, but we have no snow. It actually rained today. It washed away all the
we have some, and yeah, you're right, actually, because it did snow, or snow. It did rain, and like it's
5'7" is a good height. I'm 5'6". I have to, when I'm looking at Rod Thunderheart, I've got to look like way up here. It's like, holy shit. It's a true story. Like, you're like literally this much higher than I am, Rod.
Yeah.
At least.
I remember that, but it was a lot of fun when you were here, man.
It was a lot of fun. But I got a fucking neck strain because I had to look up at you all the time. Like, every time I'm talking to you, I just gotta fucking look up. It's hard for us short people, Rod.
Well, guys, listen. It's been a lot of fun. It's 5:30. I got to get a little sleep before Christmas rolls in. And I got things doing, so I'm gonna duck out now.
Yeah, you bet.
I'll catch you guys on another time. Everybody have a merry Christmas, and make sure you take care of yourselves and don't
Yeah, you
overdo
too,
it.
man.
No, we're not gonna do that. No, definitely. Thank you. For
No
being-
problem. No problem.
Merry
Well, good night to
Christmas.
everybody in the chat too.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, all.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Take care.
Yeah, you too, man.
Nope.
No, Susan Dolan made a good point there. Power and lots of money are better than chocolate as an aphrodisiac. Yeah, yeah.
That is true. Oh, and anti-derivative Jill says, I am falling a sleepy pants too, West Kegel. Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished my last couple beer, and
It's early. It's 2:30 in the morning, Jill. You're right. And Patty's daddy.
yeah.
The only reason I'm on this because I figured some of you bastards might be up on YouTube. Sorry, Rod. Did you say you're finishing your last couple beer?
Oh, I finished them when I was watching Die Hard.
Oh, I just had Die Hard trivia questions. That's what this show is about. Hey,
I saw that. I'll have to rewind.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
do you want to answer some questions?
Sure. Yeah.
What was the last name of the male reporter? Do you remember the male reporter? That got
Oh yeah.
trouble, like got everyone in trouble there at the end.
Yeah, and he appeared, and he was in Die Hard too. Shit, man, I just saw it. For fudge sakes.
What's his name?
Um,
Richard. What's his last name?
Thornburg.
Did someone in the chat say that?
I didn't look.
Get that? Did you get? You honestly get that?
It was
You did?
Thornburg, Richard Thornburg.
Yes.
I just saw the second one too that has him in it.
Okay. So what news channel was he working for?
WNTX.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know that part, but what news?
That might
channel?
be the second one.
I'm looking for a number.
Pretty. 12, wasn't it?
Close, channel 14.
Oh, okay. Did you know that Bruce Willis got deaf in one ear because he actually a blank, a gun, a blank went off right beside his ear, and he actually wound up being deaf in his right ear.
Whoa. No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And everybody probably wonders how Bruce's John McClane's shirt got so dirty in the at one point there, like suddenly like he appears like
White to black, and that was like they fucked up on that. They shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Yes,
you
I
know
do.
how? You know why? Because he was crawling through the duct, and that's it was all dirty and dusty in there. That's
Yes.
why. But like they never established. I mean, he crawled through the ductwork, yes, but I mean they never established. Oh, it's his shirt got dirty because by going through there.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was 1 minute it was white, and then the next minute, yeah, not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's about my height. You're a little taller than I am, but yeah, we're about the same height there from parts unknown. And yes,
Did you know?
do fluffy white stuff for the snowmobile. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Did you know the villain in Die Hard 2 is also Death from Bill and Ted? Bogus Journey?
No, I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm
Yep.
gonna
And
have to look it up.
Yeah, and he's actually pretty good at martial arts too, which is why he was doing sort of Tai Chi in the nude at the beginning.
And he's whose daughter is he? Sorry, he's someone's daughter.
No, just simply that he was Death in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. don't know if he's anybody's daughter or anything.
Okay, no, it's. I highly recommend leaving hand. Yeah, don't touch people's daughters unless they ask you, and then by all means, touch them repeatedly. Wow. Yes. Okay. Good night. It has been the creepiest opening of any TV show. That's weird. Okay then.
Night Gallery. I never saw it actually. It's
Galley, trying to get in the finishing picture. Interesting. Yeah. So, Rod, Die Hard, one of the best movies I can think of.
by far.
Do you know how many bad guys were in Nakatomi Tower? How many bad guys was John McClane battling? And that is a legit question that I had researched.
I'm gonna say 10.
Ooh, close. It was 12.
12. That was in my back of my head. You know. Oh, by the way, did you notice too? By the way, that they I wouldn't call it a blooper. More like, remember later on in the movie they show the ambulance coming out of the back of the 5-ton.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's bullshit because the 5-ton was filled with a bunch of dudes. Remember?
Yes.
They didn't. They showed them coming out, but then like how would they fit all those guys in, and the ambulance? What the flip?
Yeah, that's well. No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. One of those things. I get it though. I mean, like it's the magic of movies, and all that.
And good night and Merry Christmas to Susan Dolan.
Good night, and Merry Christmas, Susan Dolan.
Good night. Wow.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
And Susan Dolan says the very first episode they played really scared me as a kid. It was the one with the Nazis that could transport himself into painting in an art museum. Wow, I don't know which one that is, but that's crazy. Okay. That's crazy. And yes, okay. Yeah, well, I'll go along with that. I do like the Asians, so spend some time in Japan. I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Did you recognize too that they had one of the best henchmen that ever henched in all through the 80s movies? He was a henchman in just about every goddamn 80s movie. That Asian guy, and he had. Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of my questions.
Oh,
so
okay.
They had a scene there. What chocolate bar, Rod? What chocolate bar was he eating?
Oh, he had a choice between. I think it was a choice between the Nestle and a. But no, he took the blue and white one. I can't.
Yes. Right. It was a blue and white.
Blue and white one. You crunch. That's it. Yeah.
Now, if you say blue and white, I mean, I'm gonna give it to you. That was a fucking crunch bar.
Yeah. Nestle Crunch
Bar.
If
you remember blue and white, I mean, that's good enough. Yeah. It was a crunch bar. You're right. He ate the shit. He stole the crunch bars because he said, "Fuck it, I'm a bad guy. I'm just going to eat the crunch bar."
And that was an ad lib, by the way. He was just, I mean, because like he just came along in the set and everything, and also like, there's some chocolate bars sitting there, and like he just ad libbed. He's like, oh, great. He just and it was humorous too, because like he just chocolate bars. Yeah, why not? Let's have one.
Exactly what you would do if you were a bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Rod.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you recognize too that the L.A. police commissioner was also the principal in the Breakfast Club?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Sergeant Robert.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yes.
Paul something. I
Breakfast
think.
Club. That makes sense. Man, I tell you what, the Breakfast Club, holy shit. Did I ever fall in love with Ali Sheedy?
Oh, really? I was more of a redhead.
Maddie's daddy, Ali Sheedy
Hey,
in
Maddie Daddy.
Club. Yeah, we all wanted to, like, yeah, we all wanted to go in the back room with her. Ali Sheedy.
I was more for a fan of redheads. So,
Rod, I just jumped on for a moment because you alluded to Al Leong.
yes,
the guy
that's him.
who ate the
Of
candy bar.
course,
Yeah, he was also in. He was Genghis Khan.
that's right. Yeah. And Bill and Ted.
Yep, he was the torturer in Lethal Weapon. Remember the guy when Mel Gibson
Yes, with the batteries and the
batteries.
nipple clamps.
the batteries and the sponges, yeah. And he was also
Mel Gibson fucked him up. I'm gonna have to watch that tonight before I go to bed. That is a Christmas movie.
and the
No,
other
fuck, it's only 3. I'm gonna watch that before I go to bed. You're fucking right. I am.
Yeah.
And the other one that I always think of him about was Brandon Lee, Bruce's son, fought him. Epic fight scene in a movie called
What? Sorry.
Rapid Fire.
Oh,
And
Wrath of Fire.
I asked, we're Facebook friends, and I asked him why doesn't he go to cons, and he said nobody's gonna know who I am, and I'm like, so many people know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. As I said, he was the most classic henchman that ever henched.
Yep. Very versatile. He's a pretty good actor. He's a really good martial artist. If you remember him doing his Kwando, the big halberd in Bill and Ted, the guy was top notch.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Funny. Now you think about it, the Bill and Ted universe crosses over into the Die Hard universe.
Right, yeah, because you mentioned William Statler.
Stadler, that's it. Yes, yeah. Death.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. Can you, Rod Thunderheart? Can you please read this completely appropriate comment, which I completely agree with, by William
Shakespeare Spielberg says, "I want to be the filling in the middle of an Ali Sheedy and Molly Ringwald. They're an Oreo cookie." Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Me too. Yes, please. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but stay away from Oreos themselves. Has anybody seen that picture, that video of
Ringwald and Ali Sheedy? Yes, that's high. Yes, that's high. Yes.
There's a video. There's a video on Instagram of somebody taking a blowtorch to an Oreo cookie, and it doesn't burn up.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. Do they sell those in Canada?
Oh yeah, but they don't have the preservatives that the Americans do.
Yeah,
that's true. William Shakespeare. See, that kind of comment, you should be on camera for that kind of comment. Like, if you're gonna spout wisdom like that, you need to be. You can't just spout that out and just disappear. Like, come on.
Yeah, get on here, there, William. Come on.
I'd like order of that, but I would like to replace Molly Ringwald with either Salma Hayek or
okay.
Jill is rolling her eyes so hard right now. Or
no, I'll take Molly Ringwald all day long.
Really? Oh well, I've never seen that. I'm on a different page somehow than every other guy in North America. So
Well, it was the yeah, yeah, it was the movies when she was like 13 and 14, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, and I was 10, and I just discovered. It's like, hi. Well, hey, that's a penis. Hi, hello.
Yeah.
And discovered her. Yeah, I guess like a lot of guys in 1987 like discovered Molly Ringwald for the first time, and like
Oh, redheads, man. Oh, I had a
there
big crush on
was a lot of like copious masturbation.
them. Okay, and we're losing people now. Oh, I think we're down to 8.
Good night,
Oh, well.
everybody. Good night.
Oh,
Yes,
well.
while it lasted, yes.
Oh, that's fine. We'll still chat. I don't care.
Yeah, she just captured our attention. I don't know why. Yeah, good question.
Oh, those boots, that skirt. Oh, man.
Well, Apex Comics knows.
Yeah.
No, you just can't hit it. No, William Shakespeare. No, that's just no. Yes, Ali Sheedy. Yes, she was 18, and Molly Ringwald was 18, and we were 13, and
Yeah.
that's 13-year-old boys. I mean, Rod, you and I are basically this. Are you in your 50s, Rod? No, not yet.
53, and it'll be 54 in 2 months.
Okay, so we're the
Month
same
and a half.
age. We're the same age.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, 2.5 months. Yeah, okay, we're
Yeah,
the
we
same.
established that when we were.
That was a long time ago and many beers ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a month older than I am, and yeah, like a lot, like 20%, like bigger.
I'll still say, man, I got.
You're a foot taller than I am. I still look up like
you guys are kids.
at 52. I found where my dick was.
83.
The hiding? Yeah, I'm a decade older than you guys.
Holy cow!
Really?
Wow, you don't even look it, man. Not even close.
Oh, thank you. That's very.
Wow.
Wow.
How much hair dye do you use?
Yeah, man.
I only have I have gray at the temples and in my beard, but yeah, I still have hair. That's I've never drank alcohol, so I think that's the reason.
Oh,
I'm just.
we're gonna have to sort him out, Rod.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him, but
Yeah, we're gonna make you look old so quick.
Yeah.
Well, it's everybody has their choices, and
I choose alcohol.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do have to say that I enjoy being stronger and faster than people 10, 15, 20 years younger.
Yes.
Well, same here. I mean,
Same.
anybody who follows my Instagram, I run those hills that are just a mile south of me.
Nice.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
don't
Exactly.
do a lot of running anymore. I hurt my knee.
You start doing handsprings, and 40-year-olds nowadays, 40-year-olds can't even do handsprings. The pussies.
Well, okay. Speaking of somebody over 6 feet tall, they're harder for taller people.
Yeah, I'm 5'6". Handsprings are easier for
Yeah,
5'6".
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm half a foot taller, and that's my excuse. and I'm
Yes.
sticking with it. I took.
Yeah, you're gonna break yourself.
I was able to do a front handspring, and I did a few back handsprings, but it's the shorter guys, they just have better body.
Or more springy.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about being, because my big brother is half a foot shorter than me. The good thing about that is that you guys live longer. you have fewer joint problems, back and knees and all that kind of stuff. And you're a hell of a lot more comfortable on airplanes.
And in Asia, traveling through Asia, I'll tell you
I'm sure. I can only imagine.
that is absolutely true. I can, if you're, holy shit, you're big.
I survival amount of Mandarin, and I spent some time in Vancouver, and
Ooh. Well, you're 5 hours east of me, my friend, or west. I'm east. You're west.
Yes, yeah. I went there to study hand-drawn animation, the flipping the stuff, and a young woman, Chinese descent, 100% Chinese, didn't speak any, and we went to Chinatown, and we'd go into shops, and people would speak to her in Chinese, and just for the comedic effect, I would say "Ta pu dong." She doesn't understand, and just to watch these Chinese people, like, are my eyes in backward? I could have swore the white.
Funny. That's funny. A big blonde white dude speaking Chinese. That's
So I met. I was at a restaurant in Chinatown my first day there, and I started speaking Chinese to the waitress, who turned out to be the owner. And she thought it was so hysterical. She sat down, and every time somebody passed by, I said, "Hey, bring some of this. Hey, bring some of that. You got to try this." And they took me out to dinner and Chinese karaoke that night. And in Chinatown in Vancouver, it's real Chinatown. There are people who live there longer who never learn English.
No, they honestly live in Vancouver and they have no idea how to speak English. And Rod, I see you ducked out there. Rod, Merry Christmas, my friend. I hope you.
Oh.
I hope you're okay. He cut off the stream without saying anything, so I'm sure he's fine. He's fine.
I cut out earlier because Maddie woke up crying. She's only 4, so.
You tried the old hold the pillow over her face technique?
What?
Well, I don't have kids. I'm not a parent.
Well, you'd have to meet Mike.
Clearly. I mean, I'm sorry. Hi, Rod. We were just.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Well, so anyway, so they took me out to Chinese.
You're just describing the holding the pillow over the child's face technique for getting them to be quiet.
So when I was in, so I went to this Chinese karaoke with this woman and her waiters, and it was like a scene from a movie because it was all 100% Chinese people there, fairly upscale, and it looked like a scene from a movie because when they saw me, everybody froze, and they were like this. Hang on, let me get a prop.
Well, you're 6'2".
It was like this. Like, what is that big blonde Guaylo doing here?
Mm-hmm.
So
Guaylo.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know that word.
Guaylo. So for those who don't know, Guaylo is foreign devil.
Yeah, I was going to say white demon.
And Steve, you said you're over 6 foot?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're definitely going to be not used to you.
Yeah, 6'1", blonde hair, blue-eyed guy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Rod is at least, you're 6'3", if I recall.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I just remember
65.
I met Rod in real life. He's one of the YouTubers I met in real life, and I just remember looking like straight up. I'm 5'6".
I can't believe my Comic Relief Crusader is just an hour and some south of me. I need to go see him.
Mike is just that much, and you're about the same size. Like, I remember looking up to him about the same as you. You're about the same size.
Yeah, it's I used to be 6'2", but old age and weightlifting, kind of crunched my spine. So
Ooh,
It does
weightlifting-
happen. I know.
yeah,
Weightlifting is good, man. You got to lift the weights. You got to lift the weight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what are you doing?
very, very important for living a long life too.
Yes.
It is a shame for a man to grow old without knowing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable.
Oh,
Mm.
having strength, especially at my age, is great because, well, the other day during Steve's, the other day during Canadian Spider-Man's stream, I bought a Christmas tree. This one right here, actually.
You did.
Oh, nice. Wow, nice.
Thank you. And my daughter decorated it. Well, the woman asked, help bring it to your car. And so I picked it and just held it straight up like this and looked at her, just because, I just want to say, just because we get older, it doesn't mean that we're decrepit or weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you're taller than it. So, yeah.
It's got a stand. Yeah, we're about the same, I'd say. Yeah. I got the cheapest one though.
Yeah. Well, I went out to my backwoods and cut one down.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I have a video.
Yeah.
I've got a 10.5 video. You can check it out on my channel. I literally went out, and it was on a hill with a slope like this, Steve. It was steep as shit.
This is the American stereotype of Canadians. We think we imagine all of you always carrying an axe over your shoulder,
Lumberjacks.
and all cutting down your own Christmas tree, killing your own elk.
That's exactly what my video will show you. Yeah, I literally went out with the axe. Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I watched your video actually.
Yes, it was with an axe out in the wilderness. Yeah,
You're as Canadian as Tim Hortons, eh?
I tried it. Tim Hortons isn't. Is that a joke? Because they're not Canadian anymore. The Americans, them.
Most people.
Yeah,
don't.
they're owned by the people who bought
Chevron or something.
Wendy's.
Oh yeah, Wendy's. Wendy's Hamburgers owns Tim Hortons now.
Okay, let me try. Rod, you're Canadian too, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay, so let me switch from Tim Hortons then and say you're as Canadian as Red Green.
Nice.
That's awesome.
The women don't find you handsome. They'll at least find you handy.
Yeah. Watched a lot of his shows today.
It's all Bauer
Keep your
head
stick on the ice.
prayer. You guys remember the man's prayer?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Quando omni fluncus moritati.
No.
Is that out?
You guys are with me on Red Green, right?
Oh,
Yes.
totally. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve
Yeah.
Smith. Yeah.
Yeah. Steve Smith was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he was.
And he had a show before that. If you remember in the 70s,
Ooh.
Smith and Smith,
Smith and Smith. Yep.
with his wife. And
Yeah.
she was not as funny, but Smith and Smith was pretty. You remember that, Rod? I mean, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
that
totally.
was the 70s. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And being as now we're back in the 80s, you must remember Four on the Floor. The Frantics.
Yep. Four on the Floor was awesome.
Yeah.
My knowledge of Canada, I guess, is not as obviously as thorough as Canadians. I know Rush, and I know Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh yes.
No,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Neat to know. That's enough.
Yeah.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Thank- You're approved for Canadian citizenship if you can. Yeah, you're good. You're not
I think that Gordon Lightfoot qualifies as probably one of the top 5 singer-songwriters of all time.
Oh, yeah.
The Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh, what
I
a
was
great-
yeah, you read my mind, man. Yeah.
yeah. No. If you could read my mind, you see what I did there?
Yes. Ooh. Yep. Yes.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
The funny
awesome.
thing, the funny thing about it, if you could read my mind, is that apparently people have been using it at their weddings for the last 50 years, and it's a song about breaking up.
Yeah, that's funny. That's the hilarious part.
Well, people aren't smart.
That's true. Some people have the stings. Every breath you take. It's like about stalking.
Yeah.
That's
Apparently,
right.
people
It's
ask,
like, that's not good.
don't play this at your wedding. Listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I also know On the Hour, but I can't pronounce the guy's last name. Stromboli or something. Did I lose you?
Oh, shit, Williams, Shakespeare. How about you? There you go.
I'm going to go off camera while I finish.
Oh,
wrapping
you
up.
you beat me to it, man. Okay.
Yes. There you go. William, there. Oh, I put it in twice. There you. Okay.
Well, I did.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's very funny when the both of us are.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you know that the last time the Toronto Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup was when Tim Horton was on the team? That's how bad. That's how sadly long that they've not had the cup.
That was the most Canadian sentence ever uttered.
That's before Rod and I were born.
Yep, 1967. To be exact.
That was 5 years before Rod and I were born. That's crazy. And I want to welcome and introduce, before I go and top up my rum and eggnog, I would like to introduce and hello and welcome to the stage.
Hey, William.
Shakespeare.
Good to see you, brother.
Hey, good to see you, Rod. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
Yeah.
Cheers and happy Christmas Eve. And I think the four of us are the ones watching the stream. I don't think there's too many people watching, but
Yeah.
anyway.
It's not even Christmas Eve. It's Christmas.
It's
It is
Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas
It
Day.
is Christmas.
Private party.
All right, we're gonna go
Yeah.
get some rum and alcohol and eggnog.
Nice. Oh, lucky bastard! I know. I'm out of alcohol because, I'm going to see my birth mother later today, and then I'm going to go to my brother's, and we're going to have a big bender.
That's nice.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
yeah, and actually, to be honest, this is actually going to be my first Christmas dinner with her because I kind of broke bread with her earlier this year because I decided, God damn it, life's too short, and anything that I might hold against her, and I say hold against her because I've got cigarette burns that were on my back mysteriously that to this day you can
geez.
still see. Yeah, I've been really thinking about it, and I can't 100% blame her. I don't know if it was, she, just to give you, okay, gonna try and not make this too TMI, but my birth mother, she slept with her sister's husband, producing me. So
Wow.
yeah,
Well,
and I only put two and two together when she tracked me down in 1997, and I slowly kind of put two and two together, and I kind of like, But in retrospect, I'm like, well, it happened. You're not going to change it, and hey, I was born because of it. So, like, I don't think it's really, I can get past it, because it's something I can't control. It's, it happened and it happened. So, like, I can't,
Right. Yeah. It's life is weird and disappointing in a lot of ways, and yet in the end, um, you sit back and think about the fact that you're still here. You're here, and you have thoughts, and you realize you are your own person. You are unique, and
Yeah.
you don't. You exist is a blessing all by itself, right? I mean, think about when you're. I think about oftentimes I trip out about when I'm asleep. I you have weird things going through your mind, but
Mhm.
you don't have conscious thoughts that you can collect and organize and put to good use for the future, like plans.
Yeah.
It's just some weird dream state. And think about somebody who is in a coma. I don't
Mhm.
know if they have thoughts like that. I just don't know. But what I think about is, why do I not have your thoughts, Rod? Why don't I have Spidey's thoughts? Why don't I have Maddie's daddy's thoughts? Hello, Maddie's daddy. I don't think we've met. This is the first time. Hail to you, sir.
Tell to you.
And I trip out on that, honestly. When I really start to freak out about how things are going bad in the world, I start to trip out on my own existence and realize that it's just a blessing just to be here, because when it's
Yeah.
lights out, it's lights out. When the day that comes that it's lights out, you think, well, if there's something on the other side, that's great, but I have no proof of that now.
No.
Some people have faith, and that's great. If you have faith in it and
We
you want to
have to
believe in
assume
that,
there's nothing.
yeah, that's fantastic. I just don't have any evidence of it, and it's sad and it's scary a little bit, and so you sit there and think about, good God, we got to be thankful for every day we got. So
this is
however
all
we got,
we've got.
yeah, however we got here, Rod, we're thankful that you're here, man. That's it. That's
Thanks.
all that matters.
Can I offer a perspective on this
Yes.
topic? So anyone that knows me from Mark D channel knows that I come from illiterate, brain dead rednecks from North Carolina. but my ex-wife got me Ancestry.com, and my direct ancestors, meaning father to son, ruled England for 300 years.
Holy crap.
Which is shocking. Yeah,
Wow.
I will never ever root for Robin Hood again, because now Prince John is like my 26th great grandfather.
Wow.
But here's the important thing that I've learned from this. Every country in the world has been through war after war after war, correct? I mean, maybe not Canada. Canada's been in, it's a new country, but it's been World War II. But so
no, we haven't done much.
right. But going back, to the old world, the fact that you're alive means that at some point, one of your ancestors walked on the battlefield with a sword in his hand,
Yeah.
walked off again to produce eventually you. Add to that, add to wars, add the Black Plague, diseases, all of it. The fact that you're alive is a freaking miracle. So everyone,
another saving on shuttle fuel and special effects budgets. The universe is listening this week. Now,
Aliens have invaded.
okay,
That's
So-
true.
so you were meant to be here. You are special. The Earth has been trying to make sure that you don't exist for 60,000 years, and you beat the odds. So if you're alive, you're it's pretty cool to think about.
Yeah.
Your bloodline defeated the odds.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a trip. That's really a trip. The going all the way back, as far back as you can go. I've never done that, so I'd be fascinated if. I know that part of my heritage comes from Germany and the other part comes from Sweden. That's all I know, and I've traced it back as far as the early 1800s. Late 1700s. But
Nice.
that's as far as I've done. This was a junior high school project. I had to interview my grandparents back then to find that out. But that's fascinating. That's a good point.
It's amazing the things I have. King Edward the First, Edward the Second, Edward the Third. Yeah, my direct grandfather, times however many. And this is if you believe, but I have a Miss Moneypenny, like from I have one of those in my family tree. Oh, this one's great. I have an ancestor with the most gambling name ever. His name was Major Minor Wynn, and I also have Timothy Dalton, who was an Irish.
Oh,
Not the same Timothy Dalton. Timothy Dalton.
Oh.
And
Okay.
back in the 1600s, his son married a woman named Bridget Jones, and so ever since I found that out, I've been making the joke. Bridget Jones's diary would scare living daylights out of you.
Yeah, that's, not unusual.
that's funny.
So I've been telling everybody this because it's fascinating, and probably everybody has something really cool. Turns out I work with a guy who's descendant of one of the Earps of the OK Corral, Tombstone, that thing, and I have another worker who is descendant of the Clanton, the bad guys, and they're both super cool. But it's just so funny that they work in the same office with me. So every time we have a meeting and both of them there, just for the humor, I'll go, "Okay, everybody, we're all friends here. Let's not have any gunplay." They kind of roll their eyes like, "Yeah, we've heard that joke, Steve." But
It's gonna hurt.
But definitely, I would recommend to everybody, if you have the money and the interest, do your genealogy, because you don't know what you'll find. It could be something cool.
Yeah. Hey, out of curiosity, have you either of you, especially you, William, have you heard of the channel CGP Grey?
I have not.
I will have to send this video to you. Actually, he tours around the world and he does similar things. Like, he's very goddamn brainy. He's not unlike 42 actually. But he made an interesting video about the Star Trek transporters, and it basically likened the transporter. When you go through the transporter, it's very similar to whenever you sleep, because what happens is your brain goes blank. You go into this void for a little while, and then all of a sudden you're reconfigured back. And then the other thing is he delves into the theory, like, well, if you're recreated, are you the same person that you were before you went into the transporter? And the very same thing in, like, whenever you go to sleep, are you the same person that you were when you went to sleep?
Yes.
I mean, because it's really deep and existential that you're like, holy crap.
Yes.
Of course. And in some ways, it kind of makes you, and like he finishes it with "sleep well tonight," because right after you start questioning your own existence, because like, well, am I the same person I was before I went to sleep?
Yeah, of course. You just have to trust the technology.
I know I'm not the same person when after every time I sleep, I just wake up older and crankier every fucking time.
Yeah, see,
Trust the science. I think is the key here.
Yeah, but I mean, this also comes down to, like, do we really want to trust the science, though? I mean, because, like, every so often there are some people who die horribly in transporter accidents. When you really think about it, I mean, just simply percentage-wise, I mean, that's just it. I mean,
no, same as car accidents. I mean, what are the statistics on car accidents? Yeah,
that's okay. That's very true.
Safer. Transporters are safer.
Yes and no. I mean, I'll say this. I mean, like, to listen to Superman, I mean, like, statistically speaking, flying, it's still the safest way to travel.
That's right. As he says that in the original Superman, doesn't he? 1978.
Yeah, both of them. Yep.
Yeah,
in Returns and yeah.
Oh, does he? Yeah, I love that line.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, flying is still the safest way to travel, Lois.
Yeah.
He's especially with a Superman.
Yeah.
I remember reading one of the Star Trek novels many, many years ago, and there, in part of the novel, there's some guys sitting in a German bar drinking, and a bunch of people come teleporting in, and the guys are talking about, here comes all the telecommuters teleporting in from the Americas at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's one of these weird things that you can never shake from your mind, thinking to yourself every damn day, these guys are transporting back and forth. I think I'd be more like McCoy. I would not like that. That just seems disturbing. You want your bits scattered all over the goddamn universe?
Easier just to it's easier to do a Zoom call, I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, this book was well before Zoom, yeah.
Yeah.
Funny though. I did let's see, where was that fucking video? I was just watching a video that was just a couple nights ago. It's it's on one of these pages here somewhere. From an astrophysicist who went over the mathematics of the possibility of life on other planets, and it's really fascinating because he really straightens out the issue. And he basically says, if you look at the math, effectively speaking, it's impossible for there not to be life, not only elsewhere, but shitloads of it. And he says, in fact, when you come right down to it, all you have to do is prove it one time. All you have to do is find evidence of life once on another planet, and you've pretty much satisfied the fact that it's everywhere.
400,000 years ago, when that civilization came great and then dissolved again, like, people that say this, I don't think they understand how long a million years is.
Yeah. Well, and billions of years are. The universe is
like,
what,
we could totally
some
have
14 billion years old or something.
Species in the atmosphere, but in the universe, but maybe they died out like 100,000 years, but we'll never know.
He addresses that too, and very, very true. That's still a remaining issue that we can't dismiss, that we may not be able to contact them, and the whole oh boy, I forget the name of the paradox, Fermat's paradox or something like that. Somebody may know in the chat if there's anybody else listening. Hey, Carla's here.
Hey, Carla.
It's Christmas where she is.
Christmas Day has just ended. I'm tired. Well, you're not too tired to join us, are you, Carla?
Yeah, Carla says, hey, guy, I'm sorry I messed my boys. What do you mean you messed them? Like you threw urine on them?
I think she probably meant she missed them. Probably.
Yeah.
She said messed. I think that means she threw urine on her children.
I think it could have been just a typo, but sure.
She says miss later. Look a little bit lower.
I'm gonna have to catch you tomorrow. Christmas Day has just ended, and I'm tired. Your Christmas Day has ended. Really glad to you. Sorry, I missed my boys. Christmas just ended. Yeah, no, you said messed. You messed your boys. No, that means you urinated all over them, I guess. It's like, well, whatever. If that's your thing, maybe that's part of New Zealand culture. I don't want to like appropriate their culture.
Huh. She's got a house full of talented kids. All of them are musical, like very musical. Half of them or more play piano, probably, and I bet all of them play some kind of musical instrument. But at least a couple of them play piano. But one of them was really good.
And it's 12:20 a.m. Well, Carla, it's 3:30 a.m. here. It's like way later than that here.
Yeah. 4:20. Hey, it's 4:20 for me.
Yeah, 5:20 for Susan. She's still hanging with us.
No, actually, it is time for bed. I think I was.
Yeah, I should call it a day. And yeah, William, I'm gonna send you those CGP videos on Twitter X.
One plays guitars. Well, apparently one can
Yeah.
play more than one guitar at a time, so that's cool.
All of them play piano. Yeah, yeah.
I hope you
Yeah, see-
introduced me to Die Hard, Carla. And we have a lot of Die Hard trivia if you want to go back through the stream.
I will look that up. Yeah, because I'm probably gonna comment a bunch on that.
We went through a lot, yes.
I was actually part of a Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis actually had a chat room way back in 2005, and it lasted until about November 2006. But it was pretty goddamn cool because sometimes he would pop in on the set of a movie, you know. And then, in fact, one of the funniest ones was he actually passed out. He was logged in and he passed out because he was drunk as fuck. And then, yeah.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, but hey, man, Bruce Willis did that too. So
That's awesome.
don't feel so bad.
Awesome.
Yeah, and like it's it was a really fantastic chat room. It was really, really cool, and there were times too where like I would come home from work and I would just log on, and like next thing I know, it's like 12:20. I'm like, oh shit, I got to get to bed, you know, and quickly hurry up and make my lunch for the next day, and then go to sleep. But like, yeah, no, like that's how damn cool it was. You know, like, all these people all around the world that would log on. You know,
Happens. Well,
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, everybody, from all around
Yeah.
the world and all
Yeah.
the way from New Zealand. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
We're going to end the stream. It is
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And good night
Merry
Merry Christmas, all y'all.
Good
to
night.
everybody.
See you, Maddie's daddy. See you, William. And like I said, I'll send you those links.
Yeah.
Yes, please.